Hey, good morning. It's 7:58 a.m. It is January 12th, and I got up pretty early this morning. I think I pooped out pretty early last night. And sometimes I'm someone who can go to bed like at 8 o'clock at night, and then I'll end up waking up sometime in the middle of the night, and I just try my best to not overstimulate myself at that time, like turn on a bunch of lights. But I usually just turn on my night light and just kind of like either do some reading or play like a little game on my tablet or something, just so I can get tired and go back to bed, right? But anyway, I was up early this morning, had my coffee. I'm still drinking coffee. And I'm going to be showing you some of the coffee cups that I've collected. I picked up some Dollar Tree, Dollar Tree coffee cups that they made for Valentine's Day. And I also got a new mug that I got at Walmart for a very small price. It's like $6. It's really cute. Look, I'm really excited to show it to you guys. Anyway, so I woke up this morning and I was turning on my YouTube music as usual, right? Because there's such a great selection on YouTube when it comes to, meditative type sounds, and there's just so many to choose from, and there's so many that I haven't heard yet. I'm always open to listening to new music, and I would say that music is very helpful when it comes to mind stimulation. Anyway, I stumbled upon a comment that a reader had left on my video, "What is gang stalking?" And I wanted to respond by making a video. I figure it killed two birds with one stone. So anyway, let me tell you what the reader said. It says, "You explained everything but suggested nothing. How could anyone overcome this situation? Is there an organization where you'll be able to reach out for some sort of assistance? This is really unfair to go through this mental torture every single day. Please, it says, please give us some advice." Okay, well, the thing is, when it comes to gang stalking, and I don't know exactly what level the gang stalking is for this particular viewer, but I'm going to kind of give you a little bit of examples of what kind of situations, um, how to deal with what kind of situation, okay? Because I didn't realize that my targeting was very high level, meaning like there were important people involved in it. It could be someone in your community who just may have some sort of issue with you, and you're just dealing with the community. It's not that widespread, okay? But that would be the first step, is determining how deep the targeting is. Most of the time, it's based on very, you know, it's based on lifestyle preferences. When it comes to targeting, some people may be under the impression that people have to live a specific way, and I don't know much about the person who left this comment. It could be a religious issue with you, that they have an issue with. It could be the very fact that you might be a very intelligent person. That might be somebody who excels in the workplace, and you might be dealing with envy in your community. It could be the fact that somebody is jealous of you from an ex relationship or something along those lines, okay? When it comes to high level targeting, and sometimes even lower level targeting, if they get the participation of the community, it's very difficult to reach out for help, because people are violating laws, or they're ignorant of the law, and they're also in a group, participating in a group, as a form of affiliating with this particular group. So it's very difficult for them to step outside the box when they are under the influence of powerful people. Do you see what I'm saying? So believe it or not, people who are targeted individuals are really going to have a hard time if they do reach out for help. For example, if you're a targeted individual and you find yourself in a homeless situation, okay, because people have certain beliefs about you, okay, they're going to ostracize you. And some people, because they know that you are somebody who has been labeled for abuse, or somebody who has been ostracized, for some reason, in a psychological level, they feel as though that it's a free range, that they have the right to unload all their problems and abuse on you. This is a sort of negativity that I experienced myself, being a targeted individual, okay? Because people set the standards. If somebody says something publicly about you, okay, this sets the standards on how people are going to see you and treat you. Okay, so I've heard of targeted individuals going to places like homeless shelters and stuff like that, and the perps are going to be there. I hate to say it, but this is what is one of the most frustrating situations about targeted individuals. You do not have any resources to go to. Now, when I realized I was a targeted individual and started making videos in 2015 on this channel, okay, I, of course, kept thinking, okay, you know, there's other targeted individuals. So I was so blacklisted, so ostracized, it was very difficult for me to really, what do you call it, assimilate into these groups, right? Because this was a widespread, meaning like it was showered down from white supremacist groups, filtering into churches, okay, and churches were affiliated, affiliated with certain companies and everything else. So there was really nowhere for me to go. This is what so I kept thinking, okay, well, let me talk to other targeted individuals, see what they're dealing with, okay? So, I would try to talk to them, and I got this feeling that, okay, these people could be perps as well. Okay, when you are a targeted individual, you are all on your own. All on your own. You even understand that it even affects your family. Okay, there's a lot of covert things that go on. So you are on your own. And this is the terrifying part about being a targeted individual. And this is why it is illegal. Okay, because it puts a person in a very vulnerable situation, like life-threatening situations. Okay. So you could join a targeted individual group, okay, but if your targeting is high level, such as mine, you probably will not assimilate fully into that group, okay, because these people probably go to church or they had other sorts of affiliation. They've been warned, yeah, you're not supposed to talk to this person, blah, 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 blah. It's just really crazy. So like I said, unfortunately, you can't. I even know that the human trafficking organization here in my community was also influenced by this group. And see, this is one of the reasons why. This is one of the reasons why I have started making these videos and talking about this. This is not to chastise somebody. I'm just letting you know that you're going to have to be very, very strong in this situation. And then also, for the perps that who were a part of this, who I have since resolved the issue with, who watch me on my channel and the shadow channel or whatever. This is just to let you know what happens on the other end of what you put in place. Okay, this is the stuff that we go through as a result of these sort of things. So really, there's not much you can do. But I do give you, the advice that I do give you is perhaps check out the video that I made called Flipping the Nazi Experiment. Also, being aware of your rights and being able to articulate what you do know. Like, you're going to have to deal with perps on an individual basis. Like, for example, you might have a neighbor who might have been assigned to bully you or say something stupid or whatever. You're going to have to confront each and every one. Also, I think it's important for you to get your side of the story out. When I first realized I was a targeted individual, I understood, okay, I'm not going to go this alone, okay? But I did have suggestions that I wanted to give to the other targeted individuals, which, since I figured, I'm not really going to fully assimilate, I'm not going to sit here and waste my time. So I started making videos talking about situations, spilling out what I experienced, okay, and relating it to what I understood when it came to law, and I thought that that was important to do. And also, there was absolutely no denying the people that were involved in it, okay? So what you have to do is you have to spill it out. You have to spill it out, and you have to call out people that affected you, okay? Because really, I will tell you, when it comes to situations like this, people really don't understand what is moral, what is fair, what is just. This is the reason why they honestly carry on this way, not thinking that there's anything wrong with it. Okay, this is one of the reasons why, as a targeted individual, you have to be able to let them know what the standard is on an individual basis. So if you're dealing with a cashier who's giving you problems, you can let her know. Also, just say, hey, I'm a targeted individual, and explain to her what a target individual is. And, I had suggested making videos for targeted individuals. And I also suggest for people who don't want to make videos, make flyers. You know what I mean? Make flyers, just hand them out to people, hand them out to your store clerk. Hey, I'm a victim of this, 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 this. And, and you can explain what human trafficking is. You can explain, let them know. Okay, because you're not going to be able to get your side of the story out, and unfortunately, because in everyday conversations, like when you're at work, your boss is assigned to treat you a certain way. The employees. See, the toxic thing is is that anytime a person with a position of authority causes you problems and points you out, it gives other people this sense of entitlement to do the same thing. This is one of the reasons why it's so important for people in leadership positions to understand these sorts of laws, okay, and also codes of ethics, okay, ethics, how to communicate with people, stuff like that. But yeah, you're just going to have to gear yourself up and be strong in this situation. And that's how it is, okay? Unless, of course, I do get the feeling that a lot of things have been shifting, changing. I have seen some really positive changes when it comes to things that relate to the workplace. And I do get this feeling that because I have been watching, people have seen this situation, that people are implementing really positive things, okay? But that's going to be very, these things are going to be done in increments, and things are slowly but surely changing in a positive direction, okay? But it can't change into positive directions if they're not understanding that there's a violation in the first place. A lot of people, and I'm going to tell you, a lot of people got involved in my targeting, okay, were completely unaware. They were unaware. And this tells me, we understand how ignorant society is, okay? So I have taken on this thing about talking about autodidacts, and I also have another side project that's going to be a part of the autodidacts. It's kind of like inspired, because basically what I'm talking about is citizenship, good citizenship, what it means to be moral, what it means to have ethics, okay? But of course not compromising our personal choices, okay? Which is what is the purpose of why we are supposed to be happy to be here in the United States, okay? Now, I'm not sure exactly what country you're from, but I would say any system of good government understands that. They understand that we want to protect our freedoms. It makes sense, okay? So anyway, what else do I want to say to this particular viewer? Anyway, yes, be strong, make videos, inform people. You have to confront people, let them know that you're a targeted individual and hold them accountable. Hold them accountable for the ignorant things that they say. Hold them accountable for the ignorant things that they do. Okay? Tell your story. Okay? And why I'm saying to tell your story is because you have a record of where you've been, what you did, people that were involved in it, and people, sooner or later, the truth is going to come out. Okay? So I'm going to move on to the next slide. I wish you well. So, I was thinking about, some of the issues of why CB was bullied, and Maria Gordon was bullied. I'm the same person, but you know what I mean. When I think about, like, being bullied over a lunchbox, I have to kind of giggle to myself. I don't know if I should be mortified or if I should actually find it funny. It's one of those weird things, like, it's odd because it's such a trivial little thing. To me, it's like, well, if you want your snacks, which I definitely want my snacks and I want my lunch and whatever, you got to carry into something, right? So it's like, it just makes sense to have a lunchbox. Anyway, I'm proud of my lunchbox. I am so proud of my lunchbox. But anyway, I was thinking today about some of the fascinating objects that I've had throughout the years, okay? And they're not anything great, but I wanted to share this story because it was just like in the back of my mind, okay? I think they call this picture that you're looking at, I think they call the actual word is a barometer. I think that's what it is. Anyway, I have always bought one since the 1990s, and I'm going to explain to you why, okay? When I gave birth to my son, I got my own apartment. And I rented an apartment from a lady who was from Turkey, right? And she had went all over the world, and the duplex that I was living in had some of her stuff left in it, just small items. Like she left a little night table, and she also left a little barometer that was made in Germany. And this one, I just found this one on the internet because I wanted to kind of explain what it looked like. But the one that she had was like not what you call like no, there was no plastic made in it except for the little barometer part, right? Anyway, it was hand carved, and it just had all these little cute details on it, and the little man and woman that would determine, like, whether the sun was going to come out or the rain, it was going to rain. They were made of wood, and they were just painted so cute. They had the little details on their face and everything. Okay, I thought it was cool. I left it on the wall. I enjoyed seeing it every day. Well, at the time, I was studying with Jehovah's Witnesses, and so I remember the girl that I used to hang out with, and she had her son with her. They came to my house, right? And things like certain objects, Jehovah's Witnesses were just like against, like Christmas trees, stuff like that. You can't have it. Anyway, as her son was shutting the door to my house, it created a kind of a big motion, to where the little object fell off the wall. And when it fell off the wall, one of the little nails came out, and it opened up so where we could see the inside, right? Now, you're not supposed to see the inside of this box, okay? But they had painted the inside of the box, which to me, it excited me terribly because I kept thinking, oh my God, this is an enchanted object. They weren't supposed to see the inside of it. You're just supposed to see the little, what's important on these little things is just to be able to see the little guy and the girl come out. So they made this as a magical object, okay? And so my friend, being the Jehovah's Witness that she didn't think it was a good idea for me to have it. So we ended up throwing it away. But in my mind, I kept thinking, but that was so cool. So each year after that, I was like on this mad search for like, barometers, and I finally found one. But mind you, the one that I keep outside, in my little patio area, it does not. It's cute. It's a lot like this one. It's very similar, okay, but it's more like created in a factory or something. This one, I know it was like handmade. So when it comes to like handmade items, they have a special feel to it. You know what I mean? I will say, knowing that I had dealt with racism from Nazis. Okay, and this object just so happened to be from Germany. When it comes to art and stuff like that, I don't have like nitpicky preferences. Okay, maybe it could have been created by a Nazi himself. Okay, but the fact is that it was a highly vibrational object. It was a point of intrigue for me, and I wish if I had a chance to get another one, I certainly would. Okay, anyway, so I wanted to kind of go into some of these messages that I got. Let me see. Let me start with the first one. Okay, that there is peace with me and the Nazis, and the Nazis feel humbled. Okay, that's the message that I'm getting. Okay, and I'm glad because I don't want friction. I don't care. I mean, seriously, I live my life in a way where I don't want conflict with people. I'm here just to, get through the day. You know what I mean? And do it the best way possible. I don't like a lot of drama. I don't create drama. I wish, I feel like the whole experiment was like a huge tragedy. It's a tragedy. You know what I mean? It's very eye-opening, and being the researcher that I am, I can't help but think, oh my gosh, as you guys were doing your experiment on me, I was also doing my own social experiment. I will tell you, it's very interesting to know, and it's very life-changing, you know what I mean? So everything has a reason, everything has a meaning, a purpose, at least it is in my world, it is what it is. It's unfortunate that I missed out on so much of my life because of this. But in some ways, I believe that a lot of other people have missed out on their life too. And I don't think anybody benefited positively in this situation. Anyway, The next message I get is oh yeah, I've been getting messages about talking about morals, ethics, and good citizenship, which I will be covering this in my autodidacts project. But I have also wanted to mention that I'm planning on doing another project alongside of this. Okay, I'm not going to tell you much about it, but I do believe that I do see a lot of ignorance. Okay, as to not knowing what is correct, what is not correct. Okay, and I think a lot of things are based on our own personal preferences. And when I say freedom, I'm not talking about the freedom to just lose your mind and create, like, for example, have the freedom to rape people, have the freedom to kill people. That's not what I'm saying. Okay, this is one of the reasons why we have laws. It's about working within these guidelines of the law, laws that relate to human rights, to protect ourselves and other people. Okay, this is what I'm talking about. I'm not saying, a free for all, feel free to do all kinds of heinous things. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying staying in your own lane and being a good being a good citizen. That's what I'm talking about. But I'm going to be sharing more about of that later, and I'm very, very excited about it. Anyway, oh, and then people are starting to, I get this feeling that people like my lunchbox. I personally like my lunchbox too. I am very proud of it. Whatever lunchbox I carry, I'm very proud of it. And I also like lunchbox accessories, and I do feel as though, if I can, if I have time, I do try to make my lunch look as nice as I possibly can. I just realized, like, a couple days ago, the little plastic bags that I have, like, I keep my, snacks and stuff like that in, I realized they were different colors. Each bag is like a different color. I didn't realize that. Okay, I just grabbed like plastic bags and put them in my cart when I was at the grocery store. But when I got home, it was a pleasant surprise. Like, that just makes my lunchbox so much cuter. You know what I mean? Anyway, let me show you the coffee cups that I picked up at the dollar store. Now, I think I've mentioned before that Valentine's Day is one of my favorite holidays. I absolutely love the decorations that are in the stores at this time. And one of my fondest memories as a child was Valentine's Day and passing out the Valentine's that Valentine's cards to the kids at school and receiving them. That was always something fun. A few years ago, I would say, oh gosh, it's probably longer than 10 years ago. When I was living in Palmdale and I was working in Chatsworth, I remember Target had a sale on their little Valentine's Day items, and I got like some really cute bathroom decor. I remember purchasing a heart-shaped rug. I got like a shower curtain and a couple of little accessories like toothbrush holders and stuff like that at Target many years ago. One of the things I like about Valentine's Day decorations and just items in general is that, you can always use them. I mean, things like for Christmas and stuff like that, to say Merry Christmas or whatever, that looks kind of odd during the springtime. But if you can use heart shapes any time of the year and you're not really out of season and out of place. And so, when it comes to self-love, it's fun to collect these items, because you can use them for focal points as well. So I think that most people know that I love coffee cups, right? This is not my coffee cup. This actually just popped up when I typed in Valentine's Day, and it was an option, an image option from Microsoft. So I don't have this mug, but it's cute. You know what I mean? But yeah, collecting Valentine's Day items has always been a kind of a hobby of mine. And so I kind of wanted to show you some of the little items that I picked up. Coffee cups, okay, that I picked up just recently. Now, I've shown you this mug before, I'm pretty sure I did, especially after it just arrived. I probably showed it on one of my videos. I'm pretty sure I did. Anyway, I purchased this through Temu, which is a company online. And I have to say, this is my favorite coffee mug. And it's my go-to coffee mug at home as well at work. I would say about a few weeks ago, the top of the lid got a crack in it. And it started to get really big. And then pretty soon, like the top layer of the lid kind of caved in. So, of course, that made me a little sad because, you know, one of my things I look forward to in the morning is my coffee in my little mug, right? So, you know, it was kind of a downer. But I ended up replacing the lid through Amazon. They do sell replacement lids, so I was quite grateful. So now my coffee mug is back and fully functional. But in the meantime, while it was out of commission, I went to the Dollar Tree. Just because, you know, it's one of my little things to do when I get stressed or bored or whatever. It's a place I can stroll into, right? And I found these particular coffee cups. I could not resist buying these. This, of course, is Valentine's Day designs on it. I thought they were cute. I think those were the only Valentine's Day cups that they had that I saw anyway. But I couldn't resist. I bought them. You get 4 in a pack, and it comes with the little, of course, the coffee cup, and it does come with this white lid, and it comes with one of those little coffee cup holders. It's adorable, right? So I was actually using this until I actually got my lid replacement. And to me, I'm like, I want to make sure that I have my choice of what kind of coffee cup I have, right? So I try to make it as cute as possible. These are really cute. Like I said, I got them at the Dollar Tree. If you check out the Dollar Tree aisle at one of the local stores, you will probably find them. Now, I purchased this at Walmart in the store in their Valentine's Day section, and I will tell you that the Valentine's decorations were up like the day after Christmas or 2 days after Christmas, okay? I think I might have shown this mug before. I will say that it does a good job keeping my coffee hot. And I think this is like a 16-ounce coffee mug. I like the shape of it. It's narrow. It's just kind of straight up. But I love the blue, and I love the different color hearts that kind of stand out against the color. It was. I would say this mug is under $5. Okay, here's another Walmart mug that I got. It's a 20-ounce tumbler. And I have to say I like it. It's cute, right? Anyway, this is another mug that I got that's under $5 at Walmart in the store. Okay, I told myself no more coffee mugs, no more. I'm not getting any more until I saw this one, okay? This one is under $7. Another one that I got in the store at Walmart. What I like about this particular mug is it's ceramic. You know, and it is very fragile because, you know, if you break it, if you drop it, it's going to break, unlike the other ones that I showed you. But it's very pretty. I love the vibrant pink color, and it's just real fun to drink out of, okay? Especially if you're somebody who's very color sensitive like myself. I love this mug, okay? But I am done with the coffee mugs. No more. Okay, so I think I'm going to wrap this video up. I did want to make a correction. When on the first slide, I said that there's the viewer left a comment on yesterday's date. Actually, when I got the message and started making the video, it was like about 7 in the morning. So I kept thinking, okay, the timestamp from Google or YouTube said that it was like 7 hours before that. So I assumed that it was midnight. So I'm using the midnight date or before midnight date because I just wanted to make sure. So I said it was January 11th. It could have very well happened, you know, early midnight, January 12th. I just wanted to be precise. Anyway, so I hope you all have a wonderful week, and I'll be back with another video sometime later. Have a great week. What's left of the weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.